All right, the U.S. women's national team plays Nigeria tonight in the final game of the World Cup group play. Hope Solo has a chance to make history. She will become the U.S. goaltender with the most international play. As she plays more games, as her team advances more, her domestic violence issue is just going to become more front and center. But it's never going to garner the attention that Ray Rice's did, and her team is never going to endure the scrutiny that the NFL and the Ravens did. Should it?
Well, this is simple. It's women's sports. And people just don't care as much about women's sports. I'm sorry. They just don't.
You don't have to apologize to me, but that's
a fact of the matter. Look, she has another choice. She cannot be successful, and then nobody will talk about it. But this is what she is, and as long as she stays high profile and more stuff comes out about that domestic violence issue, the more we're all going to read about it and write about it and talk about it. So, but it didn't garner as much attention as Ray Rice simply because one is the NFL. We don't need to talk about what the NFL means to this country. And one is women's soccer.
Is that fair?
In what way? Are you saying should we be talking about it more?
Yeah.
Should there be more of a spotlight on it?
Not a spotlight. Should there be as much scrutiny? Should her team face as much scrutiny as the NFL did? Not because, one's up here and one's down there. If the issues are the same, then why shouldn't it be treated the same?
I think we choose as to what we want to scrutinize. And we choose to not scrutinize it as much because it's women's sports.
Is it bad for the sport? Or is it good that at least it's being talked about?
Well, there are some people who take the position of, I don't care what you say about me as long as you say something.
Exactly.
No, it's not good. I mean, I'll tell you what's more interesting is we do talk a lot about the U.S. women's World Cup team, Olympic team. They haven't won a World Cup since 1999. They haven't really been that good. They need to get good again. They don't need to. And why were they talked about then? Because of
Mia Hamm.
Yeah.
Taking her
shirt off.
Star power.
We know where you're going with that one.
I think that as we grow in this country, we pay more attention to women's golf. We pay more attention to women's soccer, and women's basketball. But it remains, most of those remain sports that we only pay attention to in random times.
Yeah, you can't force it.
Can't bet on, and you can't really bet on it like you can men's sports. And whether we admit it or not, betting is a big part of sports.
That's very true.
And people don't know how to bet on the WNBA, truthfully, because they don't pay much attention.